Hey guys, how are you? Hope everybody's doing great. I know fusion craziness is ongoing, and I'll post all my silly opening videos and all that jazz later. Can post that anytime. But this is a video that I wanted to get out while this rotation of Doom Tower is still ongoing. This was on my to-do list for like the year. I finally made a Dark Fae Hard 120 farming team. So put that together and just wanted to show you guys that. And then the other thing is too, you may notice my team has Newt. He's a legendary champion. So what I did also, just to, more accessible version of the team, I do have an all epics version that also works for hard 120. I will show you both of them. I'll show you a video of both of them and you can do what you want with it. And again, like a lot of these champs are replaceable. If you don't have these exact champs, there's probably something you can use, just as long as you have champs that sort of do these things that you need to do. Okay, so Dark Fae, what is the thing with this lady? As you know, first thing she does, you'll go through the 2 waves at the beginning like you would with any boss. First thing she's gonna do is make you fight your entire team. Or sorry, not that one. This one. So she's going to make you fight your entire team. So essentially, you're fighting yourself. And then aside from that, she's very fast. She will periodically try to steal back members of your team, create mirror copies of them. She'll attack you. She steals buffs. But the thing is, she is very susceptible to turn meter control. So all of the strong teams for this boss are always about controlling the turn meter and stopping her from doing everything that she does. So as you can see, I've got a lot of people here that are good at doing that. I've got Deacon Armstrong in the lead. I've got Allure. I've got Royal Guard. I've got Newt. I've got Skimphos the Consumed. So let me show you their builds. Okay, so first one in the lead is Mr. Deacon Armstrong. This is one of the first good epics I got. They like gift him to everybody for free nowadays, but back in the day, you had to get lucky and it was super exciting to get this champ. So he has always been a staple in my teams. I've got him at 283. You don't need to be quite this fast. Her speed is actually 250. Obviously, you should be faster than her. And you need to go first, kill your own team. So 283 for me. That's because he's still the lead on my Doom Tower hard team. I use him in so many places still, tag team and stuff. So 283 is still going to be the speed for me. Also, this fight, we were just looking, recommended to have 355 accuracy. And like I said, I use him in Doom Tower hard, so you need that anyway. So I've got him around about 400, which is pretty good accuracy for this fight. And, he doesn't really need anything else. He's kind of just one of those champs where get him as fast as he needs to be, get him as accurate as he needs to be. Nothing crazy here. I mean, this is literally just like, early, mid-game kind of speed gear. Nothing like 5-star, nothing completely insane here. I'm sure if you found, a bunch of mediocre speed pieces and slapped them on, you could get a Deacon that's 283 as well with the accuracy. Nothing insane. Next in that team, we had Newt. And this champ is obviously really good for a million reasons. In this fight in particular, like I said, well, actually, let's go back to Deacon. Because I should have said also. The signature ability is we want him to go first. We want him to fill all our allies' turn meters. We want him to decrease all the enemies' turn meters. We're going to give ourselves an extra turn and place our decreased defense. And this is our opening move that allows us to kill our own team. So very important champion, very important move. Okay, next on the team is Newt, and like I said, totally replaceable. I'll show you 2 versions of the team, one that's all epics. Okay, so obviously Champ is amazing for a lot of reasons. He's got the Mega Smack, that does like a bazillion damage. It's a max HP and it hits 3 times, so it's absurd. We've got AoE, decreased attack, weaken, counter attack, all kinds of stuff going on. But we also have this little A1 that if you use him in Hydra and whatnot, you might just like forget this exists. But he will actually has an 80% chance, books up to 100 of decreasing the turn meter by 15%. And this is a triple hit. So this is actually an amazing turn meter control ability. And then, he does all the other stuff too. So like, wow, that's really good. And then this is Dark Fae. Like we looked at, she has 250 speed. So your champs do need to be fairly quick for this fight. He is not faster than her, but like I've got him at 234. I use him in Brutal Hydra with this. So you should be pushing that speed, but it doesn't need to be like 260. You should have a few people that are above that speed, and I'll show you like in a second, but every single one of your champs doesn't need to be. Next up, we have searching. Railguard was on the team. This is, you know him from the max HP hit, but this is also a very good ability. Attacks 4 times at random, which will place decreased speed, and will also decrease the turn meter by 25%. So that's another good ability, and then just getting more damage to actually kill this boss. And like most max HP hitters, these are like pretty chill characters to build. Like I have probably gutted his build like 5 times in the past year, to build various characters like Newt. And I think I took a piece for him when I was building Archer, and like this poor guy, I just keep stealing his pieces, but he just works still time and time again. So I've got 222, nothing, insane. You do want to do the 100% crit rate, crit damage, and then we do have 372 accuracy because, again, it's a high accuracy fight. I don't think I pointed out the accuracy on Newt, but yeah, he's around 350. I didn't even bother to upgrade the banner. It's like a trash banner. I didn't feel like wasting on it, and the fight was going fine, so I did not bother. And then, okay, here's my other 2 friends here. And like you can see, I didn't even bother like leveling them to 60. The thing about this fight is that you fight your own team, right? But you're in control of your team that you're fighting. And honestly, like the worse and easier to kill they are, the better. So that's what's kind of great about the fight is that like I just have like a level 50 Skimfos and a lore, and like Skimfos is just in like really mediocre speed gear, and that's like exactly what you need for the fight. So let's start with the kind of more obvious one first, which is Allure. She has, this is the ability you want, Psychic Whip. Attacks 3 times at random, it decreases the turn meter by 25%, which is a crazy amount. So when she attacks 3 times, we're going down 75%. You don't even need to book anything. This is literally like there is no point. This is like the least needs book character in the game. All this does is a little bit more damage. Amazing ability. I did want her really fast because she's kind of the most important turn meter control of the team. So I do have 260. I gave her 100% crit rate. Crit damage, nothing crazy. She needs the accuracy. I gave her as much attack as I could. And then, again, very squishy, like 30k HP, but I don't care. I'm fighting me. The easier she is to kill, the better. I didn't even bother leveling some of the pieces. But yeah, if you just do like triple speed, triple perception, that's perfect. It will help you get the accuracy and speed that you need. And you don't need to push that attack if you don't really want to. You do need the 100% crit rate because that's how the ability works. This is on critical hit, but aside from that, just do your thing. Skimfos, the Consumed. It should be noted, you can just have multiple allures for this fight. I just think it's really boring to build the same character to use in the same fight for this purpose and nothing else. So I was like, no, I want to build somebody else. I want to like build somebody cool and have more fun. So that is what I did. So Skimfos the Consumed, really cool Void Epic. This is the ability. Well, actually, he's got several abilities that are cool. This is the really cool one. Transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy. Steals 100%, I repeat, 100% of the target's turn meter if this attack is critical. So this is an insane ability, and this is not decreases their turn meter by 100%. This is steals. So your turn meter is now my turn meter. So because I'm stealing turn meter, he can like cycle back through his kit so quickly. He's got like a little self-heal kind of thing going on. He has in AoE that'll place decrease attack. So he's good to help me kill my team at the beginning. And on the A1, you might place decreased speed and you might decrease the turn meter further. So that helps out too. So super cool champ, really good for this fight. And I would say just like a more interesting champ than Allure if you're looking to like, build a cool champ and maybe use him somewhere else and have fun in the game. So cool champ. So that was the hard team. Or I'm sorry, it's all the hard team. That was the team with Newt. And on my epics team, I have Coldheart in for Newt. Oops, she's going to be down with the rares. So I guess she's not even an epic. She's a rare. But yeah, so Coldheart, absolutely a valid champion to use in this fight and numerous other places in the game. Similar to Allure, you can see like I didn't even bother leveling everything. Very, very chill champion to build. You only need the, 75% crit rate because you have the inherent... Yeah, because, on Heartseeker, you have the inherent 30% chance to crit, so you only need 70, so I'm overkilling it. Look at, I'm owning. 238 speed, 274% crit damage, over 400 accuracy. Like we talked about, just throw them in some, some okay speed, some okay perception. It does not have to be, like, the most, like, amazing gear in the game. It's fine. You could get away with less than this for sure. But like I said, so like Newt, Coldheart, Royal Guard, these champions are hovering more in like the 230s, 240s of speeds. Deacon, like absolutely by far the fastest, up here in the 280s to lead my team. And then your super turn meter controllers, which is like Allure and Skimfos. Those you should push the higher speed on. I've got 260 on Allure. I've got 259 on Skimfos. I did want to show you guys one more thing. I just wanted to say on Allure and Skimfos, I didn't even go full masteries. I just grabbed a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of crit rate, crit damage, because you can get those for, bargain prices. But if you are only using these champions in Dark Fae Fight, don't feel like you have to full invest in those masteries, because I didn't. Everybody else on that team, like Coldheart, Newt, Deacon, Royal Guard, those are champs I use everywhere. And yes, like absolutely, I invested in, the full masteries for those characters. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go in here, we're going to look at the team setups, and then I will just show you guys a run of each team, and we should be good to go. Okay, so team setup, they'll be similar for both, but I just want to show you, just so you know. Okay, so here's the version with Newt. First round, you can use whatever the heck you want. And then if you've done this fight before, or, just sort of thinking about it, when you get to round 2, you have to be careful because you want to be prepared for round 3, fighting your own team. And you don't want your abilities to be on cooldown when you go into this fight. You don't want the important ones to be on cooldown. So on round 2, I tell Deacon, don't use this. Because, you know, we need it in the next fight. I didn't even realize. Apparently, I'm letting him use the 2, and it's been working. Okay. But yeah, you probably turn those off, and yeah, because you want to lead with them in the next fight. Allure, I said, I don't care, go for it. You know, use whatever you want. This is the main ability. And so in the 3rd round, I have these 2 turned off. I don't want her to do anything except control the turn meter with her Psychic Whip, the 1st ability. Royal Guard. Round 2, I said, I don't care, you know, go for it. Round 3, I said, hey, if you have takedown, open with it. You know, if you don't, whatever. Skimfos, round 2, I told him don't use the Cursed Feeder, which is like the AoE ability, because he's one of the fastest. He's going to be responsible for killing my team. So I said, you know, we need this to kill my team. And then, I mean, he opens with it by default, but you can say opener. Clearly I didn't, and it's been working. So, you know, the defaults a lot of the time go for the right thing. So it seems to have worked out in this case. Newt, I told him don't use the AoE ability on round 2 because I noticed that I was needing it to finish off my team a lot in the final round. And this might vary for your team, you know, depending on the stats, depending on who's fastest in your team. You know, you might want Allure to, you know, use her AoE to kill your team. You might, you know, Royal Guard might be the fastest. You might tell him don't use takedown, save that for here. It totally depends just on your speeds and your damage and who is the main person killing your team. Because, you know, maybe some people have a really sick Skimfos and they just come in here, they open with Deacon and Skimfos wipes them all. That's not how it works on my team. So, you know, just kind of play with it, watch the fight, see what's happening, what are the interactions. You know, how is your team getting wiped? Is your team getting wiped? You know, so just keep all that in mind. And then the epics one is basically the same concept. You know, you want to preserve the abilities that you're going to need in round 3. So, you know, you can see I did a similar thing here. Deacon, don't use these. Allure, you know, whatever. Royal Guard, whatever. Skimfos, hang on to that, please. And then Cold Heart, since she was replacing my Newt, she is now killing them all with Art of Pain, which is her AoE. So that was, you know, the swap of those 2 champs. Okay, so last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you a run of each fight, and you can, you know, skip the one you're not interested in doing or, you know, whatever. And if I forgot anything or if you guys have any questions about anything, please feel free to let me know. And good luck with this rotation and good luck with your teams. Thank you for hanging out with me. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.